Jeff Link of Keller Williams Professionals Asheville is proud to present the Asheville Real Estate Podcast. Welcome to the October edition of our podcast. I'm your host, Joe Leininger. We have a great show in store for you this month as we address the keys to effective home inspections and what both buyers and sellers need to know. Find out what our experts have to say about this and our local real estate activity. It's all coming up next. Today with Jeff Link of Keller Williams Professionals Asheville. Thanks for joining us today, Jeff. Tell us what's going on right now in the Asheville real estate market.
Joe, typically this time of year, things start slowing down as the holiday season approaches. I have found that people want to hold their homes off the market till next spring. The problem I find in that idea is that by next spring, everybody puts their house on the market and you have more competition. Homes still sell in the winter, and if you're thinking of selling, now would be a good time to get some more information. I've also been looking at the MLS, and I'm seeing a lot more price reductions, bonuses to agents, and remodeling allowances. I strongly feel that a lot of these problems could be avoided in the beginning with good seller counseling.
Okay, thanks, Jeff. For National Perspective today, we're also joined by Terry Murphy, real estate author and CIO of U.S. Learning in Memphis, Tennessee. Terry, because you're a regular contributor to both mortgage and real estate magazines, we've asked you on the program to discuss what trends you're seeing nationally. Terry?
Hi, Joe. As we enjoy the fall market, we're seeing the normal leveling of market activity. It's that time of the year the less serious buyers and sellers withdraw from the market, and what's left are the more motivated buyers and sellers. And new construction starts begin winding down as we approach the winter months. Now, even in areas of the country that remain robust, marketing times typically extend a tiny bit as we encounter upcoming holidays and less movement with relocation companies, mostly until after the first of the year. But in any case, buyers have more time to make decisions, and sellers need to readjust their marketing pricing to reflect the most recent closings, going back only 30 to 45 days, Joe, instead of the traditional 6-month comparatives usually studied to project fair market value. And, Joe, one of the biggest advantages that occur in today's more even market is the gift of time and that ability for a buyer to be more diligent in their purchase of a property. You know, Joe, when it's a slower market, that extra comfort zone gives us a bit more time to do a better job of home inspections and to explore the options that are available if that home inspection reveals any issues of concern.
So when dealing with home inspections, Jeff, how do you advise your clients?
An objective and independent home inspection is a key aspect of buying any home. A home inspector will report the condition of a home's major systems and components, and many buyers make their offers contingent on this inspection report. The standard report usually covers the condition of a home's heating and cooling systems and interior plumbing and electrical systems. The inspection will cover the roof, attic, and visible insulation, as well as the walls, ceilings, floors, windows, and doors. And you can't forget the foundation, basement, structural components. There's a lot here to be aware of. A trained home inspector allows a comprehensive checklist and will submit a multi-page report covering the physical inspection conducted on the property. The report may raise issues that a buyer will need to factor into his or her purchasing decisions, such as the presence of asbestos, illegal wiring, inadequate heating, lead paint, and other factors they might not yet be aware of. And it's important to understand that not all home inspection companies provide the same exact services. You should always ask that certain activities be performed. You will want your inspector to climb into the attic or up on the roof and crawl underneath the home to inspect these areas in person. We walk our buyers through this process and help take care of these details so they get the results they need and want.
We've been talking about buyers mostly. Do you see any need for home sellers to use a home inspection service?
Oh, sure. Some sellers will get an inspection done ahead of time before placing their home on the market. By knowing the home's condition ahead of time, sellers can put themselves in a position of strength and promote the fact that there is a current inspection report available. This gives both parties peace of mind going into a transaction, as you might expect. Home buyers, home sellers, homeowners, or anyone who wants to make an informed decision about a house based on an objective information deserves a professional home inspection.
Terry, can you think of any other advice we can share with our listeners today?
Joe, I'll add a couple of tips here if I may. First, don't hire your Uncle Harry to do your property inspection to save money. If something down the line really does go wrong, a buyer would have very limited recourse, not to mention a pretty ugly family reunion for the rest of your life. Do check out the credentials of your home inspection service. Don't be afraid to ask if they adhere to a standard of practice, belong to one of the respected associations, or subscribe to a code of ethics. Could be an important question. And secondly, Buyers or sellers should use the home inspection report as a guideline for potential problems. Bear in mind that in many cases, infractions that show up on a home inspection report might be grandfathered from when the home was originally built, and that could have been several years ago. And lastly, Joe, don't expect even brand new construction to be perfect. Almost every structure will have some issue that will show up on that report. The goal of a good home inspection, Joe, is to help you know what you're buying.
That's great advice, Terry. Thanks. Jeff, do you have anything to add?
I do. Buying a home could be the largest single investment you will ever make, and buyers will want to learn as much as they can about the house before buying. A good home inspection may identify the need for major repairs or builder oversights, as well as the need for maintenance to keep it in good shape. After the inspection, you'll have a lot more confidence in your buying decision. We have worked with a number of reputable home inspectors that we can recommend with confidence. Listeners should contact us with any questions they might have about this process. We're happy to help. And I would just like to say one last thing. If you're thinking about selling your house and don't feel like it's in market condition, please don't hesitate to call. I have special programs available to get your home in market condition.
Thank you both for your time and sharing today. I look forward to doing this again next month.
You're welcome, Joe.
Thanks, Joe. We'll talk again next month.
For more information on this podcast or for information on the Asheville real estate market, contact Jeff Link. You can reach Jeff at 828-279-6585, or you can find him online at jefflink.org. Until next month, thank you for listening to the Asheville Real Estate Podcast.